What up, peeps? Today is going to be my March wrap up. I am hopefully going to change things up a bit, because what I'd like to start doing, hopefully, is do mini wrap ups throughout the month where I do like maybe 3-4 books, and I talk about those, because I feel like at the end of some months maybe I've read 2 and I'm like, that's not a lot to talk about, and maybe I've read 14 because I read 14 in March, and if I talked about all of them in extensive detail this could go on for a long time. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And today I'm going to be doing my March wrap up where I quickly go through the books and go through some stats. So here we go. In March I read 14 books, 6,074 pages, which means the average book length was 434 pages, which is huge improvement from the previous 2 months. And I even read one book that was 140 pages, which means the average page length was dragged up by a lot of bigger books, which is really good because one of my goals was to read bigger books, and one of my goals was to get to those fantasy series that I've been not being able to get to before, and I'm finally getting around to it and I'm having a great time. So the ratings are 4 3-star books, 7 4-star books, and 3 5-star books. So, you know, an average month. 7 4-star books is great, and finding a few new favorites is also amazing. The 3 5-star books is, I've only got one of them. End of the Megafauna. This is a non-fiction book. The other one is Prison Healer, which is a YA sort of like dystopian book with magic. And the other one is Nightfall, which is the next book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series, which the books just keep getting better, and I've taken quite a bit of a break since I read the last one because I am listening to them on audio on my library, and so I have to wait for the next one. So the categories, I read 1 non-fiction, I read 3 sci-fi books, 3 historical, 6 fantasy, and 1 contemporary. So I should probably tell you what books I read. So non-fiction, we got End of the Megafauna, which Megafauna is one of those sort of passion things that I just really enjoy. If I were to do my degree again, because I did astrophysics, I might have done sort of like paleontology, sort of that department. So like dinosaurs, but like I like sort of earlier, not earlier, but like closer to now. Just after the dinosaurs died, you know, giant sloths, saber-toothed tigers, mammoths, that kind of era. That's my favorite. 3 sci-fi, I read The Children of Men, which is a really old book actually. I say really old book, it's like 40 years old, but it's set in the year 2021 and is really interesting. So if I do a review, look out for that one. I read The War of the Worlds, which is, now this is an old classic. And I read Children of Memory, which is the 3rd book in the Children of Time series by Adrian Tchaikovsky. The 3 historical books I read were I got The White Princess and The Constant Princess, the next books in the Tudor series. And the other one is Imperium, which was a book on like Cicero, so it's like ancient Rome, but like it's just around the, what do we call it, you know, when it goes from BC to CE, whatever. It's around sort of 60 BC, and it's kind of interesting. It's very sort of political drama type book based on ancient Rome. And then 6 fantasies. So I have Malice by John Gwynne. This is a very sort of traditional chosen one, but doesn't know they're the chosen one kind of book. This one's really setting up a lot for the next 3 books. And then I read Lost in the Moment and Found, which is the next book in the Seanan McGuire Wayward Children series. I read the Prison Healer one. Providence of Fire, which is the second book in the Unhewn Throne trilogy, which I'm reading the last one at the moment, and it's really good. Nightfall and River of Silver, which is the companion sort of book of short stories from the City of Brass trilogy. Really enjoyed that one. And then one contemporary, and that is The Devil Wears Prada, which is a really weird book. Is it better than the movie, or is the movie better? I will be putting this on my adaptation board soon. So there are the 14 books that I have read. 9 of those audiobooks. Now I have a lot more physically, but I like to read audiobooks of the books that I own, just because I have more time in the day to listen to audiobooks. And that means I'm still making my way through all of the ginormous piles of books that I own. In terms of breakdown of category of age, 1 middle grade, that's Nightfall. 2 YA, Prison Healer, and which one was the other one? Probably Lost in the Moment and Found, and then the rest were adult. So yeah. Those are the books that I read. Again, let me know if any of these you want to hear more about. I am hoping to do sort of mini wrap-ups on what I actually thought about them separately, but those are my stats. I read half and half, probably new authors, continuing series / continuing authors that I love. Let me know if there are any other stats you want to know for each month's breakdown, and then I can put it in the next one of these I do, because I am still learning and I am still trying to figure out what might be interesting. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know. I'll see you next time.